Hello, everyone. This next encounter will also be in English. Before I begin, I just wanted to thank everyone in Mongo Stories for supporting me, especially Damien, Song Yang, Mendisa, Ryuko, Leo Christjervuvang, and lastly, Maotao. So, anyways, let's begin. There was this girl who worked in this musical theater which is inside of a hotel. Her name, who I would call Allie. She worked there as a janitor, but was abused by all the men who worked there, including visitors as well. Example, the name calling, the humiliation, the sick dirty jokes, and especially the horrendous acts that's been committed to her. Yet still after numerous reports, the owners got away with it and kept it on the down low. Given all those acts, Ellie wouldn't leave, due to her mom being sick. And in that area, it takes about at least average a month for anyone to hire you with a decent pay of 13 and above. She remained there until one day her boss, the owner of the theater, called her to the office. He pretty much unbuckled his pants and told her to do the business. She wanted to keep her job. Ellie said no, and he forced himself on her. She fought and ran off. He eventually caught up to her but pushed her down the stairs, which she immediately passed away. Scared, he hid Ellie's body in his secret room in the basement and preserved her body, like a human mannequin, or like let's say, a fetish toy. Ever since then, the paranormal cases have been happening. Everything, however, changed until I stepped in. In the present day, this couple of days I've been sick and just recovered from my fever. My friends missed me and decided to take me after school. We all decided to go to the hotel, since it had all-you-could-eat buffet, mostly of seafood and sushi. Our original plan was to go eat, go shopping, go see a movie, then karaoke till 9. We meet up, then finally leave. It was fun. We had a lot of laughs, joking, and acting a fool. I'll give you one example. Jason came back to us saying he forgot his keys. Then I would say, "You got a disease?" Pa spit her soda, making us laugh. We stopped, but my buddy Eric kept laughing like a monkey, in the most awkward way possible, in the awkward silence. Then we started laughing again. After the laughs, we made a bet who ate the most bowls on $100, in which I won. Time rolled by to 4:45. Then we finished eating, then we formed into groups and separated. I was paired with Gao to see a boring movie called Enchanto. Sorry guys, it's lame for me though. I love the culture, just hate the rainbow and sunshine magic. It's way too fruity for a man like me. So after watching all the commercials, Gao fell asleep. I mean like a lawnmower and chainsaw way. Despite her being very gorgeous, curvy, and fit. Well, I won't get into too much detail. It's just like the and I just went, oh, whatever. So annoyed, irritated, I decided to leave. I wanted to listen to classical music, the performances upstairs, in person, and headed to the elevator. I then ringed the 6th floor and waited. To my surprise, the elevator's lights on the floor buttons stopped flickering, and the elevators came to a full stop. The doors opened to a very faint lit dark room floor. I paused for a moment. Okay, weird, I thought. So I pressed the buttons and nothing worked, just stood in place. Alright, WTF, I said to myself. Pissed off, I started poking the buttons frantically in rage, and yet nothing. Just then, I saw a figure far away standing right in front of me, like far away. Whoa, crap, I said. Paused for a moment, swallowed spit as I stared at it and called out, "Excuse me, can you help me?" Nothing. A pause. I'm stuck here. Is there another way I can go back up? I asked. No reply. So I thought to myself, maybe there's just some elaborate prank. So I yelled out, "Hey Eric, you little piece of crap. You better." I didn't finish, and suddenly the figure opened its glowing eyes, and a chuckle came from it. "A woman," I said to myself. "Eric, Karen, it's not funny," I said, and reached out in both pockets, getting ready to fight. One hand on a knife and the other on my charms. As I was getting ready to fight, the figure moved, started to approach me. "Oh wow," I said to myself. So this is what it came to. All I heard was this crackling noise, kind of like you're cracking your back, alongside with the grinding of the bones, and a ganging, girly noise can be heard. It's really, really loud and very unpleasant to the ears. And what's worse is when I heard it, I felt sick, cringing, almost as though I wanted to vomit. I know, creepy. So she charged at me in a dragging motion, screaming at the top of her lungs. I didn't know what to do because things happened so fast, and I threw my charms at her, burning her, and said "F this," and ran off, bypassing her. Worse was she did not stop. She did stop for a bit, but continued to chase me despite being burst into flames. I kept running till I reached an office and slammed the door shut while locking it. Once I was inside, I cut my hand writing as "Talisman," placing on the door. Basically, I took the knife, cut my hand, and pretty much wrote on the "Talisman," placing it on the door. Inside the room, when I turned around, it had this closet, which had a secret room behind it. It was already slightly opened. So, curiously, I entered. To my horror, I found not one, but many human mannequin life like wax figures of human corpse inside. It was like you just walked into a horror movie. I froze. First, I hesitated and froze. These were humans, corpses. And I approached at least one of them, and I touched. When I touched her, I saw a vision on everything that happened to her. Just flashes, like a dream almost. After the vision ended, I took photos of the corpses and documents, sending the info explaining everything to my cousin. He's a cop. I had no other choice but to face her, but before I did, I formed a spell on the ground. I hesitated, but slowly removed the talisman and opened the door. She burst in. The flames had died out, and I chanted my spell and opened my bottle cap for my gourd bottle and sucked her in to the gourd bottle, which had trapped her, and I did enchant a spell before sealing it complete shut. Afterwards, I wandered and found the stairs, trying to get out. I finally managed to make it back up using the stairs, and paranoid frantically, I went looking for my friends. Basically, when we did all regroup, I told them we can't be here anymore, and I explained everything and leave. We did leave, and hours after, the police came in and a full investigation was on. Given all the info and evidence, the owner of the musical theater was arrested. The corpses were taken, and I found it very curious because I spoke to the police, the sheriff. The police interrogated the owner, and he said that the elevator wasn't supposed to reach the basement. Because of the incident years back, he reprogrammed the elevator, which I find very odd. So, what I did was I did my ritual and attempted to send Ellie to where she needed to go. But she had told me, and we had a full conversation together. She hated men, all of them, for what they'd done to her. But I told her, all of them are not evil, because you saying that, then you would have included me. Well, obviously, she had to find her peace, but before she can do so, she had taken at least many lives due to the paranormal activities that happened in that theater, especially the basement, the old musical department. Well, I would have to say I did everything I could. And when her mother died years ago, we went to a place and reunited her and her mother. I stayed with them and comforted them for a long while. I, Pretty much, I acted as a lawyer when I did my rituals. And after that, they decided to let her go to a place where she needed to be. Her and her mother can find peace at last. Well, any questions and comments, please let me know. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you.